When writing a story, a plot needs a victim, a villain, and a hero. In my life, I never dreamt that I would be living in some kind of dystopian nightmare, which only gets progressively worse the more you follow its rules. It's like Hostel and Saw drawn into one movie hosted by Freddy Krueger. In the last 2 years, we lived through COVID-19. A holiday in a park with the sun shining down on us and a 3-week time frame to flatten the curve. Then along came the evil Delta variant, which was billed as the worst disease ever to hit mankind. 500 times worse than Black Plague, 800 times worse than Scarlet Fever, and 1,000 times worse than AIDS, diabetes, and cancer combined. We were told to run for the hills, to get into the bunker, and to pray to whatever God we believed in, because Delta was going to kill us. Well, much to the chagrin of the doomsayers, Delta did not kill us. Well, folks, put on your hazmat suits, load up your oxygen tanks, because more deadly than Delta, Omnicron, who, by the way, has not had one verifiable confirmed death in the world, is the new, most dangerous variant of our SARS collection. Just as society was starting to get back to some semblance of normalcy, just as businesses were starting to get busy again, and just as people were starting to mingle and re-socialize, along came the variant with the scariest name yet, Omnicron. Never mind that the doctor who found this variant said it was the wildest version of COVID-19 yet, and for most people, it won't amount to more than a slight cold. Never mind that what empirical data shows is that people getting sick and being hospitalized with this variant are mainly the elderly and the unvaccinated. This is the new Delta, and just like the phoenix rising from the ashes, Omnicron has risen to destroy the world. And, just before Christmas too, I suppose Omnicron is the new Antichrist. To me, this is all a big nothing burger. The hype right before the holidays, the micro-focus on a variant that is no more dangerous than a common cold by the media, and the freak-out by governments leads me to believe two things. First, Omnicron is yet another excuse for the government to keep control over us. As obedient sheep, we followed every protocol, believed in every scare tactic, and followed every single rule. We collectively turned in our neighbors, made going to school, to restaurants, even to retail stores illegal, and created hermits and shut-ins, which after this ridiculousness ends will take years to reverse. The psychological damage done to people, particularly children, is astounding. I guess after vaccinations are done, more billions are to be made by Big Pharma for psychological medication. Everyone must take a deep breath. If anything I said during this rant caused you to hyperventilate or to get extremely angry, perhaps back up and take an objective look at the situation and understand that you've been played. One day, history will look back at all this and wonder why the population accepted it, why everyone went along with it, and why we voluntarily gave up our freedoms over an invisible boogeyman. And those of us that are left, who have not perished to a relatively harmless strain of COVID-19, will bow our heads in embarrassment. I'm Howie Silberger. This is my rant.